is out of the picture.
Okay, do you see that he invoked God? Look at his prayers. Jephthah invoked a deity. That deity he invoked was Moloch, because we know that Moloch takes human sacrifice. If you read, okay, let's go back to Moab. If you check the mention, okay, is there in the book of King James? I mean, in the book of Kings, where Mesha, all right, the king of Moab, offered his own son that would have taken his place, and that caused a stalemate in a battle between Israel and the Moabites. All right, that causes he offered his son. You may say there was an indignation, but I don't want to go into that interpretation. But what I'm trying to say, anytime Moloch is invoked through human sacrifice, he gets activated and gives you victory in battle. You understand me? So Jephthah obviously did not invoke the real God of the Bible, because he said, whosoever will come out to meet me, I will donate that person. He mentioned to the Lord. And the Bible tells us here that in the book of that Amos, chapter 5, verse 26, that the Jews had a God they were worshiping. If you look at all throughout the history of the Jews, scattered all throughout the Bible, you see they worship roof. There's a lot of things that goes. We were not there. So, but if you look at it in the Bible, piece everything together, you will see the picture of the true God in the Bible. That's why I asked a question. Those sacrifices that were brought, did it make them perfect? No. But what made them justified before God, even before Christ even died,
So,
was
so Emma,
faith.
Emma,
Yes.
Emma, like, what makes the God of the Bible now, like the Old Testament, or let's say Yahweh, right, a Canaanite pantheon? Because I think you're talking about what you're seeing, what I'm displaying on the screen, right? I'm sharing my screen. So that was like the main point. I think Wally asked the question, like, how do you get
Okay.
that
What?
Yahweh, right?
Well,
Yahweh is a Canaanite pantheon, like a lesser deity.
let me see your screen.
Yeah, I see my
But
screen.
when you check, go, I'm not seeing. Okay.
This like what you're talking about.
Yeah, that is what has been. No, that is why I
Wait,
said even before this was even discovered, before this was discovered by archaeologists, all right from time
mm,
ancient, for more than 2,000 years, the Jews, you understand me, had not been pronouncing the name of God. And so the Jews will tell you it's not Yahweh that's your God. You go and do your background check. They'll tell you it's not
oh,
Yahweh. In fact, they say it's Yahuwah. You get it start with Y as well. Yeah.
s-
They say it's Yahuwah. It's not Yahweh. That's what I'm trying to say.
okay. So now the thing is, what's their source? For what's the primary source? Because what I'm seeing here is subordinate position, early Semitic polytheism, including a pantheon headed by El, right, or Elohim, and his consort Asherah. Yahweh was sometimes seen as one of the 70 sons of El. Regional deity in mythology, the children of El were assigned regions. Yahweh was assigned to the land of Israel. Wow. But Baal ruled over the other parts of Canaan. Syncretism. Over time, Yahweh became the national god of Israel, absorbing characteristics of El and Baal. Distinct origins. While worshipped in Canaan, some evidence suggests Yahweh's early origins were in the Median Edom region, likely associated with metallurgy. So now, what are the primary sources for this? Or like, did you
Okay, now,
look at
okay, now,
the people that were doing this research? What were their
good.
assumptions? Number one, how did they come to that conclusion? What was the primary
Now,
source that they
this is
looked for that said, okay, Yahweh is the one that was part of the sons of El?
no in the field of archaeology. All right, if you said archaeology deal with the past. They deal with artifacts. All right, they deal with writing. Like there's a language called Ugaritic. If you go and check it out, Ugaritic, that was the language of the Canaanites. All right. Now
Wait, so
the
in the Ugar,
Ugaritic
I
we
seen that
can,
in the Ugaritic text. I seen
yeah,
that in the
Ugaritic
Ugaritic
text.
text, Yahweh
Yeah,
was mentioned there.
yeah,
If
Yahweh is
I
mentioned there.
ask,
Yeah, so
okay,
if you go through the
Yahweh is not in the authoritative text. I
if
don't
you
think
if you
Yahweh
go
is
through
in
the
there.
Ugaritic text, what I'm trying to say that the Canaanite has their own stories. They have their own stories about their God.
let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Look at the screen that I'm currently sharing now. Seeing the screen. So this is like DeepSeek, right? See, based on the scholarly sources available, the answer is no. Yahweh is not explicitly mentioned by name in the Ugaritic texts. The absence is actually quite significant for understanding the origins of ancient Israelite religion. The scholarly consensus says that the Ugaritic texts contain extensive pantheon lists and mythological texts dealing with Canaanite deities according to blah, blah, blah. Yahweh himself doesn't appear to have been a Canaanite god in origin. For example, he does not appear in the Ugaritic pantheon list. His name is not there at all. We just draw inferences from Deuteronomy 6:4, Deuteronomy 32, right? That says that Yahweh was apportioned, Judah or Israel is his inheritance. Shebi Wale, Deuteronomy 32.
Yeah. That's what he says. Yeah.
So his name is not in the Ugaritic text. It's just an inference that they're drawing from someone from something that is silent. Are you there? Yeah. So, Ima, can you hear me? Ima, you there? You guys hear me? How can you hear me? Oh? I don't know whether or not they hear me, guy. Not just me. Ima, can you hear me?
Hello, hello. Yeah, okay. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Okay,
I
okay.
magnify your screen, but I can't get back to this thing. Okay, let me see. Can I
The
get back?
God.
Wait. Oh, okay. I'm back now. Okay, you were saying something. What were you saying?
So this is from the search, right? Because you said that Yahweh was mentioned in the Ugaritic text, right? From I just asked because I know this information. This is like one of the ways that people try to prove that Yahweh is a Canaanite pantheon, right? And they just go to Wikipedia and just take the source like that. But the thing is that Yahweh, okay, Wally has gone. The thing is that Yahweh was never mentioned in the Ugaritic text. Can you see this?
Did you go through Wikipedia? What source is this one? What
I've,
source are you getting this from?
no, this is DeepSeek. This is DeepSeek, right? You can see the logo here.
Okay, this is DeepSeek. Okay,
You can
okay.
even go to
You
like
see, I have equally done
ChatGPT, right?
this thing. Yeah, you see,
So
I myself have equally. No, I understand what you're trying to say. Yes, you are. You are. This one is showing that Yahweh, you understand me, was not in the Ugaritic text. But I said I have equally seen it because I have read it myself. I have gone through it myself. And maybe in order this thing I'm going to show you. If you go to text.org, no, I think text, sacredtext.org, you understand me? That's where you read all the sacred,
mhm.
this in the archive. Sacred library, as a sacred library, you read all of this information. You understand? Stories of the Canaanite stories.
No,
You
they're
get
not
what
telling
happened
me
to Baal
this
and all of that.
secrettext.org. They're telling
Yeah,
me that
sacred text,
there's no
sacred.
sites like that.
Eh? There is sacred, not
S
secret, sacred text.
no, and now
Just put it in Google,
SACRED, man.
sacred, something that is sacred, sacred text. Just put it like that on Google, sacredtext.org.
Enter there now. Text.org. This sacredtext.com.
Yeah, sacredtext.com. Yeah, sacredtext.com.
You're looking for the Ugaritic. Where the Ugaritic is. Where would I find like let me share this tab. Is this one that you're talking about?
You know, this sacred text, the way it is fashioned, I think let's go to search. How did I? The way it is an old site that was built like 15 years ago. They've not even changed. These guys have not changed their this, you know. They've not changed the look of this site since 15 years ago. They've not even upgraded it to any modern. So that is the way it is. So you have to go through it. Their search function. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, Mary.
Okay. Sacred text. Search sacred text. Let me see. Let me try to search.
This on Sacred Books of the East.
Wait, hold on.
Welcome back. Is it this one that you're talking about, like Sacred Books of the East?
Go.
Half an hour.
Yeah, my network is so bad this afternoon. I don't know. This is wrong timing.
Ethel,
No, 19. 19.
everywhere you go.
So where una dey like this? Like, what are you guys up?
Okay, we are talking about like the Ugaritic text, right? Like from the DeepSeek stuff I checked, right? There is
Mm.
actually no this thing. There is no He said that there is no mention of Yahweh in the Ugaritic text, but he is saying that he has actually read the Ugaritic text and it actually mentions Yahweh in the Ugaritic text. So that's what I want to look at now, whether Yahweh is actually mentioned in the Ugaritic text. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm back. So are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
we can
Hello.
here.
hear you.
Okay. Hello. Are you there?
Yeah,
I'm
we
here. I'm
can hear
here.
you.
Well, let me put my voice. Let me put my speaker. Oh my God. Can I put this thing?
Are you seeing
Okay. So
this?
now what I'm trying to say is that if you check, you are going to see. You will see this thing. You will see Yahweh. All right. Indicated as W sorry, YAW.
That's not Yahweh
YAW.
now.
All right. YAW. That was the way Yahweh actually appeared in the Ugaritic
It.
text. You understand me? But that
It's
was
on my
that was
screen.
what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say
Oh,
here
no,
before
no.
that was if you check.
Wait. You're drawing such a false conclusion, right? Well, so because there is like is YAW, you're now making a conclusion because there is YAW, therefore it is Yahweh that they are talking about. But meanwhile, from like these searches that we are seeing, Yahweh is not explicitly mentioned or directly mentioned as a deity. This is from Google, just random
Okay,
Google search, right? It's not
okay.
it's
Are
not
you aware?
explicitly or directly
Wait.
mentioned as a deity in the Ugaritic text. So
Okay,
he's not part of the pantheon.
it's part of the pantheon. Are you aware that figure
Wait, I'm
of
coming. I want to
Yahweh?
go and
You
I want
understand
to go
me?
and care of my grandma. I'm coming. Well, you can continue. I'm listening with my AirPods.
Right. Okay, I did hear. Continue. I can hear you, Emma. Can you hear me like this? I've been in the touch something.
Wale, I dey hear you. Bless saying the type.
Yeah, IB, you were saying something. Go ahead. I'm hearing you.
No. IB wants to check on something for a minute. So what he was saying is that you're making such a leap just because there's a WAYAW. That does not mean that that's referring to Yahweh, because from the searches from the search he was reading, even the scholars are saying, okay, explicitly Yahweh is not mentioned as one of the gods or one of the sons of El in the Ugaritic text, and that's like your reference. So even your reference is not saying what you're saying. That the leap as to where they are getting that, okay, Yahweh is one of the sons of El, is actually from Deuteronomy 32, where it says that Yahweh El gave the inheritance, and Yahweh's inheritance is Israel. But that's also presupposing that El and Yahweh are two different beings or two different gods. That's a presupposition, and that's not what we hold to. So you would have to first of all prove it that Yahweh is listed as one of the sons of El in the Ugaritic text, and that's not something you can do.
All right. Okay. So now, so from what you are saying now, so um, El is one of the pantheon of the Canaanite, and El is also worshipped by the Jews. Do you concur? Is that the true God, El?
El is just a generic term for God.
El
Right.
is a
El is
Yes,
generic,
just a
that's what I'm
generic.
asking. Listen now, listen, just listen to me. El is worshipped by the Canaanites, and this same El as well was also worshipped by the Jews. That's why you see there, you see Michael, Ezekiel. The Jews worshipped this Canaanite pantheon. Will you
So
agree
can
with
I
me?
hold on? Can I just come in quickly? So what they're trying to
No,
explain to
just I'm
you,
asking a question.
no,
Do you agree with me that
what
the
they're
Jews
no, what they're trying to
equally
explain,
worship this Canaanite
no,
Saint,
pantheon? They
you're
worship
very low.
El.
Saint, you're very low.
what we're trying to explain
Eh?
You're
to
talking from
you.
the pit.
Well, I think
Hello? You say
your
what?
line is breaking. I said what we're trying to
I'm
explain
not
to
hearing
you.
you.
Saint, you
No,
are so
I asked a
low. You're so low.
question.
You can barely hear.
Okay,
Okay,
the voice is low.
hold on.
Yeah, your voice is so
Hold
low.
on,
Can
just
you hear
wait.
me now?
Not your own, Ima. Not your own
Are
voice.
you hearing
Saint
me now?
Irenaeus' voice.
Hold on.
Are you hearing
Can you hear
me?
me now?
Yeah, hey, now you're with us. Now
All
you're with
right.
us. Now
So
you're
Yeah, are
with
you
us.
hearing me? Now there's a question I asked now. I said that the Canaanite had their own pantheon of God, and El fit at the head of this pantheon. And the Jews equally worshipped this El. Like for instance, you see Israel, all right, is derivative from El. Ezekiel, Michael, and all of these derivatives. Do you agree with me that the Jews
okay.
worshipped El?
Yeah. So
And the Canaanites were there before the Jews came.
let me clarify, right? Just briefly.
No,
So
just agree with. Do you agree with me?
yes,
That's what I'm trying
I'm
to
trying
point
to
out now.
clarify, and I'll give you my answer. I'm trying to clarify something first,
No,
right?
your question is loaded. It has like a false premise because
Egg
you're presupposing that El,
is different from
the El that
Yahweh.
they worship was the Canaanites. Exactly, yeah.
So
So it's a loaded question.
now this is the answer, right? So when you say El is just a generic name for God. For instance, the El of the Indians is different from the El of the Nigerians or the Yoruba people, right? So when they say El in that case, they're trying to say, oh, it means God. That's what it means, a generic name. Now, if you now say Yahweh, Yahweh is the El that the Israelites worshipped, right? So the El that the Canaanites worshipped has another name, right? But is not the El of the Israelites. So the name of the
Yeah, but
God is what differentiates the different Els that they worship. Do you understand my
no,
point?
these same people were in the same region. They were in the same region. Listen, the Jews went into Canaan. All right, when they went into Canaan, they were told not to worship these gods, otherwise to become a snare to them. So when they went in there, they worshipped these gods that have been worshipped by the Canaanites over the years. All right, that's what I'm trying to prove to you. That you could see by the names of the Jews. All right, the names they are bearing is the same name. They speak the same language. They understand themselves. You understand me? And they mingle together. So they worship Moloch. Here is a name that in
It,
that Mesopotamian region. Moloch was worshipped as a god, and
okay.
the Jews equally
Do
worship
you
this Moloch.
hold on, do you know
That's
what?
what I'm trying to let you know.
Do you know what?
That to me,
Can you
see,
hold
all
on
of these
before
arguments.
you land your point? Can you still man my what was the point I made? Can you explain my point?
You are saying that they worship a different L. Isn't that what you're saying?
Why did I
I
say
understand what you're saying now.
why did I say that?
Now, I don't understand why you say
I
that. You
I
cannot prove it
I
that they worship a different L.
I
How do you prove
explained
that they
it.
worship a different L?
Okay, so just please just pay attention to what I'm saying, right? This is what I've been saying. Just pay attention, right? So the word L is a generic name for God. Like anybody can be called L, anything can be called L, so long as you submit to that thing, right? Even in the Yoruba race, there is Shango, there is Oya, there is Ogun, there is Oshun. These are different.
Olodumare is our end.
Exactly. So these are different things that people classify as L. But when you now call Olodumare, you get, or Eledumare, that one is now that's also under L, but they classify him as a higher god than all of them. That's why the fact that they put them in the
Okay,
same category as
let
L.
me ask you a
So
question.
this is
Was this
hold on.
name?
This is
No,
my
let me ask you a
point.
question.
So this is my point. Let me just let my point so that you deal with my point, right? Please just deal with my point. So my point is the Israelites worshipped God, right, which is El, and the name of their God is Yahweh. The pagans worshipped El, but the El that they worship, that is God that they worship, is Baal or whatever. So the El you worship is not just by worshiping El. El is not a single God. El
Okay,
is a generic
you are
name for
saying
the
that the
God you
pagan
worship.
worship El. Okay, you're
Yes.
saying the pagan worship, and in Deuteronomy 32, the Bible say El, when he divided the
No.
king, the earth, when he
Wale,
divided the
please
earth,
continue, bro.
he gave. Listen now, when he divided the earth, he gave to the nation their inheritance, and apportion. You understand me? Israel to Yahweh. All right, he apportioned Israel to Yahweh. Do you agree with me?
And this is the thing
Yeah,
where
that's
Wale
what.
was getting to,
That is
right?
El. That is El.
But
You said that is
So you
worshipped by the
we knew
Canaanite.
that.
bro, whose network is this?
Hello.
Ivy, can you hear me?
I can hear you
Yeah, I
clearly.
can
I
hear
can hear
you.
you.
So this is the point I was making earlier, right? This is the point I was making earlier, Ima. Like I told you, the idea that Yahweh is a son of El is not gotten from the Ugaritic text at all. It's an inference
Okay.
that they are drawing from this
Okay, calm down.
Deuteronomy
Even if you
32.
don't see it
But
from the
it's still a
Ugaritic text, but let's go to
presupposition that
Deuteronomy. Wait now. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy actually proves it. All right. Now, in the
all right.
Ugaritic text, I just want to prove to you. Listen to me. I want to prove to
Wait,
you.
wait.
I want to give you a
Let me
proof.
ask
Can
you
you
one
allow me
question
to
before you.
land? Will you allow me to land? Let me give you a proof that it is actually Yahweh. Listen to me. The other source is not only Ugaritic text. All right. Now let me prove to you. He said that when the Lord Himself in Deuteronomy 32, He said when He divided the nations, you understand me, among 70 of His sons. If you go and check in another pantheon, you discover that El has 70 sons. Do you agree with me? Do you agree?
You said we should go to Deuteronomy
Well, I said
32.
I
Let me
don't
see.
know.
Let me
Okay.
share my
I
screen.
actually
Deuteronomy
even wanted
32.
to.
Okay. Now he said
Ivy,
that
I don't
when
know.
the
Sorry. Wait,
now
Ima, wait, sorry. I,
when the Lord.
oh,
Okay, but do you
Ima,
know?
wait
Okay,
now. Ima,
wait.
wait. I
Let me
just
land.
want
Let
to
me.
ask you
Ima,
a
wait first.
question
Wait first.
now.
Wait first.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask. I want to understand where you are coming from. Like, are you somebody that hold the Bible to be authoritative or not?
No, let's just
That's what I
continue. We'll
wanted to ask.
discuss. We will
Oh
let's just
man,
continue
it's going to
discussing
be
now.
difficult for me to know how the conversation is going to go now if I don't know whether you believe the text or not.
No, let's continue. Let's continue. Me, I've not asked about your this thing, your belief. I've not
Like,
asked about
No. We
that.
need
you
no.
answer that simple question. Like, how is that a
We need a
big question that you can
foundation.
answer?
Okay, you're
Just
asking.
answer
Okay, what's
and
your
then
question? What's
formulate
your
your point
question?
now. Like, do you take the Bible as authoritative? Like, do you believe the Bible or not?
No, I
Simple.
don't
And then you
believe
continue your
everything.
point.
No, I don't believe everything in the Bible. I don't believe everything in the Bible. But just go
Okay.
ahead, go ahead, go
Continue.
ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I've gotten what I needed to know. Like, continue now. Since you say you don't believe everything, and then I could also like I wouldn't want to like do
Okay,
it,
okay.
but
Do
I
you
can just
believe?
ask
Okay,
you.
what I'm trying to say is that in Deuteronomy
Oh,
chapter 32, the Bible says that when El divided the nations, all right, when he divided the nation, the Bible says he apportioned Israel. You understand me? He gave Israel to Yahweh. Do you
Deuteronomy
agree?
32. Let me open it. Let me open it. Don't worry. Deuteronomy 32. We go read them. You guys hear me?
yeah, we can hear you, Gary.
Okay. Deuteronomy 32. Let me open it so that I'll share my screen. Use the ESB because this King James could destroy my brain. So okay, so you're talking about remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations, ask your father and he will show you. When the Most High, so this is what we're talking about, right? When the Most High gave to the nations their inheritance, when he divided mankind, he fixed the borders of all the peoples according to the number of the sons of God. But Yahweh's portion is his people, Jacob his allotted heritage. This is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's
Now,
talking about.
who apportioned Israel to Yahweh?
It's still the same Yahweh. He's talking about the choosing of Israel as his covenantal people. Like that's how I
You
read
see
that
what
part.
I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. You see, when you read
What
Bible,
are
you
you
read it
saying?
with an open lens. That place says it is El. It is the most high
Wait.
Elion.
Go back. Go back to
Elion.
the open lens. What? Wait. Let's go back to the last statement you said. Open lens. Which lens am I supposed to read it with?
Forget about the lens, what I'm trying to say. That is me. That's why I say
You literally
open-minded.
just said it
You
now.
should be
You literally
open-minded.
just
What
said
I'm
it
saying,
now.
you've not answered
Uh,
my question. The question I'm asking, who apportioned, according to what we've read, who apportioned Israel to Yahweh?
I just answered you. It's talking.
Did that place said it did
I
that
see
place
it.
said
I
it
read
is
it.
Yahweh? Did that place said it is Yahweh that apportioned Israel to himself? Or he
Are you
said it
are you
is
presupposing
Elion?
that, are you presupposing that El and Yahweh are two different entities from that particular part? Is that what
If
you're
you can
Yes, they
even
are
presupposing?
two
show,
different.
we
They are
can
two
even show that
different
Yahweh is
entities.
El.
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
they are two different
Yahweh
entities.
comes
Wait,
as
listen
El
now.
Elyon.
Listen. Let me prove. Can I just? Will you allow me to land? Just
Sorry,
allow me to
Emmanuel,
land.
you speak more than us. So do you realize you speak more than we do? Like every time we get in a word, you will be saying, let's
No,
allow
no,
you to
but you
talk."
guys
Like
brought me to
you speak more
interrogate
than
me now. You brought me to.
it's
No,
not
you guys brought me to
See,
interrogate me
no,
now.
if we want to
Abi,
interrogate, if we wanted to interrogate you, this conversation wouldn't last till this point. We're just trying to have a conversation. It's not an interrogate. If an
you
interrogation,
say
you
it will
won't
not last
like
up to as per how. I don't understand what you mean. You say if you wanted to
like if
interrogate me, it
I
won't
said
last up to
it
how.
was I said if it was an interrogation, we wouldn't have lasted to this point. That's to tell you it's not an interrogation, it's a conversation we are trying to have, not an interrogation. You are not
Yeah. Now, when you
in
say
front of a
interrogation
panel.
is asked, it is asked. You are trying to probe my opinion on this thing. It's not a bad thing to say it's interrogation. It's not bad. If I use
No,
the
but
word interrogation, it's not bad.
interrogation will mean that we won't listen to you or won't give you a chance to like explain yourself. But we literally ask you for a source and you led us to a source and the source doesn't say what you said.
Well, that's the
So,
question
so
I see asked.
continue,
Who
sir.
apportion? Who apportion? Just answer me. You said it's El. Can you prove that it is Yahweh Himself that apportioned Israel to Himself?
Amen.
Yes.
So we can show. So even from the Bible, if we show Yahweh is the Most High, would you accept that it's still Yahweh? It's
Yeah, I know you
called
want to go to Psalm 82.
apportioning.
Yeah, I know where you want to go. Go ahead. Go ahead. Read. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right. So, well, if you have other verses, I'm just trying to look them up.
No, I was actually trying to appeal to the LXX, right? So the LXX is talking
No, but
about
just
uh Yeah, like I already gave you my reading of the passage that this is talking about God choosing Israel as his covenantal people.
Okay, when he said the Most High, you see, the Most High there is referred to as Elion. And we know the Canaanites worship El as the Most High. They call him the Most High. You get? They call El the Most High. So now, do you agree with me that El, according to what we know, is different, and that El divided the kingdoms of the earth among his sons? Now, according
So
That's
to according to
presupposing.
listen now, according El divided the kingdoms of the earth.
not
Allow me
me.
to, will you allow me to land? Let me prove my
Wale, your
point.
voice
Now
is. Wale, your
we
mic
see
is
that
muffled.
Oh, okay. Yeah, continue, man.
It's gonna
Continue,
be as
man.
if
Let
over speaking here.
okay
let me
now, but do you, okay, let me start, let me start this way. Do you believe that El is a Canaanite, is the head of the Canaanite pantheon? Do you believe that?
It's just a generic term for God.
A generic term for God. Okay, but when you
Yes.
Google it, what did Google say? What did the Ugaritic text say?
All is the, I mean, they can refer to their most high God as El because God is, I mean, like, it's just a generic term for God, the God. Like now,
Okay,
it's kind of
okay.
like saying, wait first, Ima, wait first. It's kind of like saying because in Arabia, right, there are Christians that are Arabic Christians who term God as Allah, right, and Muslims that term their God as Allah. So therefore, it's the same reference because they are referring, they have the same name. No, it's different. Allah is the generic name, just the same way El is the generic name. Just like how Muslims they'll say Allah is the most high God. Christians will say Allah is the most high God because Allah is the God. Same thing as El.
IB, according to scholarly consensus, I ask again, is El a god worshipped by the Canaanite? Is he the head of the Canaanite pantheon?
Yes, they call they call the head of their God or their pantheon El because that's the God, right?
Okay,
Yes.
now, according to that,
But
acco-
what I'm saying is that it's a generic name for God. It's just a generic name.
okay, what do you mean by generic name for God?
Okay, let me just ask Google what does L mean.
What it means by generic is that it's a general term that refers to the highest, like the highest one at the very top. That's who they refer
Okay,
to as El.
now,
So like the
is
Canaanites
that
now,
L? Is that L?
who their
Listen,
God
is
is
that
different
L?
from the El that, my goodness.
Okay, now I'm asking you, do the talking. I want to ask again.
Am I
This
seeing? I
L,
see my screen. I see my screen. See, meaning what God or deity. It is a generic term for divinity used widely across ancient Near Eastern cultures. It is not different from how Christians in Arabia, Arabic Christians use the term Allah. It's a generic term.
okay, now I am IB. When you say it's a generic name, are you telling me that this L is really the name of God Himself? Are you
It's
telling me
not a
that's the
proper
name
name. It's
of
just
God?
a El is not a proper name. It's just a generic name for God, the God. It's not a
Okay,
proper name.
And
that
just to
is,
add, just to
wait,
add,
wait now.
I just want to
Okay, go
buttress what
ahead, go
IB
ahead,
said.
go ahead.
Yes. So how you would know that this El is different from the El that the Canaanites worship is that the Canaanites El has sons, literal sons like Baal, like Yor, the one you brought and said is Yahweh, WYAW. It has literal sons like that. But the El of the Israel, of the ones the Israel worship, does not have literal children in that order of pantheon, in that pantheon order. He doesn't have that. So, I identically, you see that they are not
No, no, it
identical
has,
elves.
it has. If you read if you read that Deuteronomy 32, it says that, does El have sons according to the Bible, according to that Deuteronomy 32? Does he have sons to whom he apportioned other nations?
The sons are angelic beings. They are not literal sons of his.
No, he wasn't referring to this thing, the angelic
Well, I'm
beings.
telling you the
He's
reading.
referring
I'm
to
telling you the reading.
is
I'm telling you the reading of how Christians read that text. That those
well,
sons are angelic beings, not literal sons
yeah, well,
of polytheism.
it can be used interchangeably because even in the Bible we hear that even God Himself had sons. In the book of Job, you
But what
understand
does
me?
that
God
mean?
told him, God says He had sons. You understand me?
Yeah,
Even the
what
sons
does
of
God
God that
those are
say?
not
came in the
What
day.
kind
physical.
What
of
I'm trying to
sons is
say,
God saying? Is it in
what?
the sense
No, no, let's
of the
not
hell
go.
of the
We
Canaanite?
don't know. Yeah, that one said those are primordial entities. These are primordial. They are not humans. Now, let me just prove to you. Let me give you a point. If you read that place, all right. If you read that Deuteronomy 32, you understand me. Many translations will tell you it is sons when the Most High God, you understand me, divided it. And they apportioned this. Some translation literally say is sons. They don't tell you is angels. It's what I'm trying to let you know.
Okay,
You
wait.
get?
In Genesis, when it says that the daughters of men, I be the sons of God, went into daughters of men,
No,
and
I
they
was just trying to
procreated
prove to you
giants.
that he
Wait,
has sons.
wait,
And
wait, wait. I want you to answer my question. I've not asked you a simple.
no, let's not
You have
deviate.
been.
We will deviate.
We are
We
not
will deviate further.
deviating. We
If
are
we
still
go
on the
there,
point of son.
see,
Wait,
listen.
answer the question. Then we'll move away. It's not a big. It's not such a big question. When it says the daughters of men and the sons of God had interactions, and they gave birth to the giants there. Who are the sons of the God that he's talking about?
Have you read the book of Enoch?
I be continue, I beg, Jerry.
Have you read the book of Enoch before? Have you read the book of
This thing
Ib,
is
Baba, just answer the
it's
question
like
that
I'm
they
going to
asked
judge
you. And you're asking, have
Ib,
you read the book of Enoch?
Ib,
What does it have to do with the question that they
Ib,
yeah.
asked you?
Ib, I think we brought this thing to. If this guy is trying to be confrontational, I will drop. I'm trying to be
Ima,
civil.
Ima,
Even
if you want to
I
drop, you
don't, no,
can
no, no,
drop.
no, no.
I
Listen, now,
literally, I
listen. If you're
literally
trying,
muted because I didn't want to
don't shout at
continue.
me. Say answer the question, my friend. If you try
I
to do
literally
that, I'll
muted. I
drop.
did not ask
I
you
never.
to
No,
answer
no.
the
Listen
question.
now.
I literally muted for you.
Listen. I'm trying to
Don't
be
play.
civil.
Don't try and
I'm the
cry,
only
bro.
one.
Don't try and
Okay,
play
I
victim
think I'll
here.
drop.
It's an
Maybe
adult
I drop.
conversation.
more.
I
Have the
drop.
conversation. If you won't have the conversation, you go away. Not be by force now.
Probably will have this discussion another time. Come on.
I mean, what?
It was never meant to go
I,
this. It was never
I,
meant to. It was never meant to go this way at all. Because what was
No,
this, bro?
it was
I
always
mean,
going. It was always going to come this way because this is what he's doing. The reason why I asked him if he took the Bible to be authoritative, and at that point where he said he doesn't take everything to be, he doesn't believe everything, I knew that was the end of the conversation because you cannot be claiming that you are. He's not an atheist now. He doesn't claim to be an atheist, and
Oh, at
his entire
all.